More than 5,000 will return the rest of Monserrato.
The respondent Joseph Baga, I'm going to see what we call overhead preach.
When we said what we said, we're clear on the record that we will take only 5,000 from Monserrato County.
The Bible said 3 scores and 10 God gave us today. So 3 scores is 3 times 20 is what? Plus 10. And that's 70 years. Yeah. So if you live gracefully, it is the blessing of God that makes you pass 70 years.
Indian video. That's why people here go. Where the broken, you open the door, you go. It go inside the lucky.
So there's someone calling Tifa is a betrayer. He betrayed the party.
On the budget, when it says fiscal upturn, it means the thing that was projected, it was realized and delivered.
Look at his story. That's someone come and tell me people like just started me for get his story. This.
After 4 more years of darkness and complaints, everybody gathers again asking, how did this happen to us?
See, this is what I mean. Look at the record of betrayal. The man of betrayal in CDC. No.
When it says fiscal upturn, it means that the one that was generated and delivered. The projection and the estimate is there, and fiscal upturn is also there.
Is that 2022 you talking about? The only man you're talking for you in Lofa and went there before you had to challenge Joseph Parker, are you forgetting today?
Then election season comes again, and people shine their teeth like goats decorated for Christmas giveaway announcements.
I go over the door to open it. The call free, the call come from inside the car. I say, inside the car, call like the element. It's a argument though.
By maintaining that we will take only $5,000 of our monthly money.
Existed on earth.
More than 5,000 will return the rest of Monserrato.
The respondent Joseph Baga, I'm going to see what we call overhead preach.
When we said what we said, we're clear on the record that we will take only 5,000 from Monserrato County.
And
he's very old. He's not like young boys that get energy and we are.
It got paper, it got document, everything.
He's running all around, doesn't know what he's looking for, still young. But this is an old man who has had years of experience. Barely walk, barely move.
You see that policeman well done so or that I contact them.
By maintaining that we will take only $5,000 of our monthly money.
See the people, that police people. The other time my bello and myself will can't enter. That police people the two regular, the police people lucky like the police people
more than 5,000 will return the rest of Monserrato.
The respondent Joseph Baga, I'm going to see what we call overhead preach.
When we said what we said, we're clear on the record that we will take only 5,000 from Monserrato County.
Then they return your own money with rice and onions, and suddenly the crowd starts smiling like miracles happen. These people smile with you daily while stealing quietly like experts who already memorized the whole game.
Forward, 12 years forward!
And now I'm ambassador.
Your land has oil, but somehow the only thing flowing freely is suffering beaches and generator smoke.
What media y'all come from where?
People know these leaders are thieves already, but somehow everybody still acts shocked.
Hey, what you want?
They keep eating the country slowly while smiling like kind uncles during election season.
What do our fathers have made all chance? Have made Liberia or Liberian football the greatest, the best Lone Star ever.
You can fly, but you got your children, you grandchildren, you got all of us.
76% of the population have access to basic water supply.
Men are ready to fight, say Amanda. Men are ready to battle politically, say Amanda.
Don't cut all to your media people for the ads or you are to pay for you can't you. Come on, me, this son.
We then Joseph Baga will defeat them, defeat them, Joseph Baga will defeat them, Sansayo.
There are a lot of good people in the market, but there are a lot of bad ones too.
What do our fathers state already? Our fathers state. Most of our people here in Liberia can respect people.
Today we lack you, we will remain there until otherwise the time is completed.
Our Liberia or Liberian football, the greatest, the best Lone Star ever.
That last week, inspiring people from the town came to me and gave me cola and white chicken. They say when somebody abuse and only in your mind.
But my financial support with our government, why you can do it? Why you can do it?
They lucky like.
And he's very old. He's not like young boys that get energy and we are.
Uka. The man better motto. A register, a got paper, a got document, everything.
He's running all around, doesn't know what he's looking for, still young. But this is an old man who has had years of experience. Barely walk, barely move.
You see that policeman well done so or that I contact them.
By maintaining that will take only $5,000 of our monthly money.
See the people, that police people. The other time my bello and myself Uka enter. That police people they too regular. The police people lucky like. The police people
More than 5,000 will return the rest of Monserrato.
It is Honor Joseph Baga. I'm going to see what we call overhead preach.
When we said what we said, we're clear on the record that will take only 5,000 from Monserrato County.
The Bible said 3 scores and 10 God gave us to live. So 3 scores is 3 times 20 is what? Plus 10. And that's 70 years. Yeah. So if you live gracefully, it is the blessing of God that makes you pass 70 years.
Indian beat you. That's why many people go where the broke thing. You open the door, you go. It go inside the lucky.
So there's someone calling Tifa is a betrayer. He betrayed the party.
On the budget, when it says fiscal upturn, it means the thing that was projected, it was realized and delivered.
Look at history. That's someone come and tell me people like just hired me for get history. This.
After 4 more years of darkness and complaints, everybody gathers again asking, how did this happen to us?
See, this is what I mean. Look at the record of betrayal. The man of betrayal is CDC.
No. When it says fiscal upturn, it means that the one that was generated and delivered. The projection and the estimate is there, and fiscal upturn is also there.
Is that 2022 you talking about? The only man you're talking for you in Lofa and went there before you had to challenge Joseph Parker, are you forgetting today?
Then election season comes again, and people shine their teeth like goats decorated for Christmas giveaway announcements.
Echo this one. I go over the door to open it. The call free. The call comes from inside the KCNTV. I say, inside the car, call like the messenger inside. It's a lucky man though.
By maintaining that will take only $5,000 of our monthly money.
Existed on earth.
More than 5,000 will return the rest of Monserrato.
It is Honor Joseph Baga. I'm going to see what we call overhead preach.
When we said what we said, we're clear on the record that will take only 5,000 from Monserrato County.
They lucky like.
And he's very old. He's not like young boys that get energy and we are.
Uka. The man better motto. A register, a got paper, a got document, everything.
He's running all around, doesn't know what he's looking for, still young. But this is an old man who has had years of experience. Barely walk, barely move.
You see that policeman well done so or that I contact them.
Well, we apologize for the long teaser, the sound bite, but it's Tuesday, 30th June, 2026, and of course, it's KML Kear Morning live. Of course, we're here on Facebook, KCNTV, our YouTube, Kear Network, and welcome if you just tune in. You're watching wherever you're watching from, on your sofa, on your couch, you're driving to work, whatever the occasion, however you're listening. Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday morning presentation of your show, Kear Morning Live, or KML for short. My name is Daniel Rogers and I'm your sheriff in the court of public opinion. I fear no foe. I fear nothing. I respect the president, but I will not bow down to the president. I will not crawl on my knees like many of you. We will not do that. Yeah. Somebody call yes. The song Friday the 7th, man. Baby, like you won't pour your more on me. Are you in awe? You say a little new. So a station that is little new, how you call? Because we gave you the breakfast you deserve. The breakfast you deserve in the morning from Monday to Friday. We'll give you that breakfast. We'll go to the court. We'll begin with the court. Deputy Sheriff OBED is on his way. It's a collabo. We're here until 10 o'clock, like we say, from the slump of Sony Way to the top of the executive mansion. And that is the office of the president. Well, yesterday we're at Criminal Court C on the watchful gabble eyes of the judge, Usman Feka. Some people say the no-nonsense judge. He handles criminal cases. And another high-profile case involving the former deputy minister and minister of state, former deputy minister of state for and deputy for protocol, chief of protocol, executive mansion, honor the administration of His Excellency Joseph Yoman Boak. I mean, that's George Mani Asare, former president. The stalemate continues at the World Cup. Holland gone home, Germany gone home. So there is no big name. Africa has risen. There's no millions in football. There's no small team. There's no big team. Maybe on paper, they are big, but on the turf, on the field itself, they are equal. 11-11 at side. 22 men chasing one round object, football. So Holland gone home defeated. I hope Ghana, Senegal, Ivory Coast will also do same. Ghana plays on Friday, the 3rd of July. Today is the last day in the month of June. And wherever you are, folks, is your sheriff, Joseph Yankun. Good morning. Let me say good morning to all of you navigating with us. This is Kear Morning Live. Good morning to Coach Lee. Coach Lee, good morning to you. He's the head of beach soccer at the Liberia Football Association. He heads the beach soccer along with Cypher. But let's go to the court. I want to begin with the court. Many of you don't really know what is happening in the courts, the circuit, the city court. The high-profile case involving Finda Bono. There was this argument about the surety bond. The judge reserved ruling, and I will tell you why. I'm going to read it. I have the minutes of the court. So it is my job to inform, entertain, and to educate. There's no food for lazy man. So if you stay in bed, then you're lazy. I want to call on the traffic management. I want to send this message. In fact, the last time we were at the press conference called by the traffic management to inform the public about certain issues, I posed a question to the CEO. This thing about inspection, is it only about driver's license or license plate? I'm driving to work this morning, a fuel tank, the truck carrying fuel, no headlights, no tail light, no nothing. So you driving behind that truck, you drive by imagination. You have to determine whether he's going on the left, whether he's going on the right. So this whole thing about inspection, we need to know. We need clarity. The public deserves clarity. The public deserves clarity. If the inspection is only about driver's license and the license plate, the traffic management, along with the traffic division at the Liberia, at the LMP, we need to know. This is why too many Liberians are dying. So when you say inspection, let's be specific about the inspection. Because traffic management has taken over from the Ministry of Transport. That department for licensing and license plate. So is it only about issuing license plate or driver's license? Because our lives is at risk. I'm not condemning the traffic management. That is a concession. That is a concession signed between the government and that management. But they have to do the right thing. I'm just cautioning them to do the right thing. They need vigorous inspection. They need to do it. It's not just about collecting the money for license plate, because that is the only concern. And Liberians are dying by the day. These trucks break down by the roadside. It is left there. And people, Liberians are dying. A friend of mine fell victim 2 Fridays ago. Congotown back road. He went under the truck. It's reading. The truck is there. Nothing to show. No indicator. No sign to show that it's a truck that has broken down. They have faulty brakes. They don't have lights. They don't have brake lights. They don't have single that we say indicator. Nothing, no headlight. But they're applying the streets. They go around the country. So what is the meaning of inspection? We need to know the definition. Now let's go to the court. Let's go to the court. On yesterday, we were at the court. HT and I were at the court. Criminal Court C, under the watch of Judge Usman Feka. For the second day's juror sitting, Monday, June 29, 2026, May term of Code AD 2026. I just want to bring you up to speed of what happened on yesterday. I'm not editing anything. This is the meaning of the code. I'm not forming opinion. I will only go through the meaning, so spare me your time. I have an editorial coming up that talks about diaspora involvement in Liberia, written by Boniface D. Satu. And also the beginning of the journey. We'll do that tomorrow. The beginning of the journey for 2029. It's all coming up here. Good morning, Ma Josephine. Good morning, Ma Sisi, Ma Mata, Ma Sarah, all of you, cousin Irene, good morning to you. Now, before His Honor, Usman Feka, assigned circuit judge presiding, Mr. Sheriff called the case. Nora Fina Bono of the city of Monrovia, Liberia movement versus Republic of Liberia by and through assets recovery and property retrieval task force, or ARET, Minister of Justice, or ARET, through its chairman, Councillor Edwin K. Martin, and the Minister of Justice respondent motion to justify surety, meaning the bond. Growing out of the case, Republic of Liberia, by the Assets Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force, Republic of Liberia, by the Assets Recovery and Retrieval. Where are we? Let me go back. Growing out of the case, Republic of Liberia, by and through its Assets Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force, or ARET, through its chairman, Councillor Edwin K. Martin, and the Minister of Justice, or MOJ, of the city of Monrovia, Republic of Liberia plaintiff versus Fina Bondo, former Deputy Minister, Chief of Protocol, Francis T. Blamo, manager, Gracious Rai, Anita Palmer Jala, Chief Executive Officer, Anita Kruta Business Incorporated, Emmanuel Colley, General Manager of Anita Business Center, Anthony Setu, Manager, Anita Mining and Agriculture Development Cooperative Society, Philip Toll, Assistant Manager, Anita Mining and Agriculture Development Corporate Society, Praise Pali, Edwin Carr, Joyce Sawyer, Susanna Nolan, Catherine Sata, Boy Wa, Gertrude Day, etc., and all. And others to be identified of the city of Monrovia, Liberia, defendants, crimes, money laundering, theft of property, misuse of public money, property, or records, criminal, conspiracy, forgery, criminal felicitation, call for the hearing of movant's motion to justify surety. That was the crux of the matter, to justify the bond. Sheriff's report. Your Honor, Sheriff begs to report that the counsels for petitioners present, counsel for second respondents also present in person in court and respectfully submits. This is the meaning of the court. It's an important case. The court, the report of the sheriff is hereby noted. The court shall now entertain representation from the parties. So order. Representations. The movant is represented by the Samson Consultant or LLC, and the rights and associates present in court are Councillor M. Wilkins right, Councillor Pierre Brambu, Councillor Pierre Brambu, Councillor Dexter A. Tia, Councillor J. Abel Nat, and Councillor James M. Kume, who says, have submission to spread on the meanings of quote and submits. And submits. And submits. This is the meaning of the quote. Now, let's go into the crux of the matter. Why the state and Liberia, by and through the Ministry of Justice and the arrest respondent is represented by the following lawyers: Councillor Edwin K. Martin, Councillor Gerald D.K. Galawolo, Councillor Tommy Dugba, Councillor Peter Y. Kekula, Councillor Wellington Bidell, Anthony Susanna A. Johnson, to be joined by Councillor Augustine Tipler and Anthony Dexter Puyo, says they are in court and ready to proceed and submit. The court, the representation of the parties is hereby noted. The counsel and the counsel for movant may proceed, so order. We're reading you the meaning of the court in the Finda Bono trial, surety born on yesterday. At this stage, movant calls for the party is hereby noted, and the counsel for movant may proceed, so order. At this stage, movant calls for its second surety in person of Reverend Blamo Flambeau to take the stand and testify in defense of his suretyship and submits. The court, the request granted, and the witnesses or surety shall now take the stand to justify in these proceeding, so order. Movant second surety witness in person of Reverend Fala Falambo and Fallow Fala take the witness stand for direct examination and depose as follows to write. Mr. Witness, question. Please tell us your name and where you live. My name is Fire Falambo, and I live on Front Street, the meaning of the quote. Mr. Witness, are you employed? If yes, by who and in what capacity do you serve? If it is, and if not what you do for, and if it is what you do for a living. Answer. Mr. Witness, answer. I'm a civil servant. Question. Mr. Witness, do you know Madam Nora Fina Bono, the defendant in this case? Question. Yes. Mr. Witness, Madam Fina Bono has been charged with criminal offenses for which she filed a criminal appearance bond, and to guarantee that the bond, your property for which you file, that your property are offered as surety. Madam Finda Bono brought you to testify for your suretyship in support of a criminal appearance or criminal appearance bond. Therefore, you will first tell the court the location of your property in question. Where are your properties located? I gave Fina Bono our 3 properties, one located behind the New Era supermarket. The other one is located LPRC Junction or LPRC Community. And the other one is located Shoes Factory Community. Mr. Witness, please tell the court whether you have paid your tax on a property you proffer as surety for Finda Bono. Cross-examination. Cross-examination. Mr. Witness, would I be correct to say that your name is Fire Falambo? Correct? Answer. My name is Fire Falambo. Mr. Witness. And you are one of the defendants in this case. Would I be correct to say so? Objection. Objection. 1, irrelevant for justification of this bond. 2, unconstitutional, entrapment, and submits. The court. Objection overruled. So order. Defense accept. Court note. In this case, I'm defending my own side. I'm not defending a defendant in this case. Mr. Witness, your answer is not responsive. My question to you is the case involving co-defendant Nora Fina Bono, for which you tendered this bill, involving co-defendant Fina Bono, for which you tendered this bill bond. You are also a defendant in this case. Will I be correct to say so? KML, Kear Morning Live. Objection. 1. Ask and answer. 2. Burden the record and submit. The court, objection overruled, so order, defense accepts, court note. Question. Yes, you are correct. Question. Mr. Witness, by that answer, will I also be correct to say that the charges leveled against you in that case is still pending before this court for hearing? Will I be correct to say so? Objection. 1. A punitive as to may I correct or may I be correct. 2. Unconstitutional. 3. Entrapment and irrelevant to the bond hearing and submit. The court, objection overruled, so order, defense accepts, court note. A. I don't know. Answer. I'm not a judge. I'm not a judge. I don't know anything about court. Mr. Witness, based on your previous answer that you and Fina Bono, them are all our defendants, will I be correct to say that somebody disturbing me? Mr. Witness, based on your previous answer that you and Fina Bono, them are defendants, would I be correct to say that you along with her have common interests in that matter and have close relationship when it comes to this matter? Will I be correct to say so? That's a question. Objection. 1. Entrapping. 2. Introducing extensious matter. 3. Irrelevant and immaterial so as to bond hearing. 4. Entrapment and submits. The court, objection sustained, so order, prosecution accepts, court note. Question. Mr. Witness, the way you are also defending in this matter, and you also use your property to secure a bond for Manafinda Bono in the event where she leave the country, what specific action you will take? Answer. Objection. 1. Evading the province of the court and submit. The court, objection sustained, so order, prosecution accepts, court note. Question. Mr. Witness, would I be correct to say that besides the bond you posted for Fina Bono, you also serve as surety for other co-defendants in this matter, to include Francis Blamo, Antoinette Anderson, Sam Weir, Philip Toe, etc., or all on November 12, 2025? Will I also be correct to say so? Objection. At 1, abrogation of the parole evidence, rule 2 or rule 2, document speaks for itself and submits. The court, objection overrules, so order, defense accepts, court note. Question or answer. I was brought here for a case which we filed bond for, and the bond is there. But the one I filed for Fina Bono is a different case. Yes, you are correct. Mr. Witness, the property you filed bond for different people beside Finabono is located in Garnersville Shoes Factory, Montserrat County. Am I correct? Yes. Yes. Mr. Witness, by that answer, would I be correct to say that the shoes factory property is also one of the properties that you use to stand file bond for co-defendant Nora Finabono? No. The photo is before you. That is different property altogether. Mr. Witness. Also on the payment records of one of the properties, you offer to serve as surety for co-defendant Nora Finabono is situated around the LPRC community with the total value of US $2,500,000. Would I also be correct to say so? It is important so you know what's happening at the court. Mr. Witness, my question is simple. Please tell the court and the investigation whether that evaluation report that the LRA people did amongst those documents that you prefer, that is our simple question. I cannot know that. I'm not working with LRA. Prosecution requests Your Honor to take judicial notice of the answer provided by the witness. At this stage, give notice to the court that they rest with the witness with the usual reservation, so order. Redirect, waiver, cross waive. The court waive questions, and the witness is hereby discharged with thanks of court. At this stage, counsel for movement specifically or respectfully informs Your Honor that they waive the production of the third witness and surety in person of Mr. or Mrs. Tina Falambo, and at the same time gives notice to the court that the movement rests with the production of oral and documentary evidence and offers for admission into evidence movements documentary evidence, all of which were testified to identify and confirm by movement two sureties and marked by this honorable court as movement exhibit M/1 in bulk and M/2 in bulk, which was marked and confirmed by this court, so that said documents can form part of movement's evidence in support of movement motion to justify surety. Movement so pray and respectfully submits. The court requests granted and quotes mark M/1 in bulk containing 4 sheets and M2 in bulk containing 10 sheets are hereby order admitted into evidence so as to form a cogent and integral part of these proceedings, and is hereby so ordered. At this stage, counsel for movement respectfully informs Your Honor that the movement rests with the production of both oral and documentary evidence, thereby resting total movement side of the case, a motion to justify with reservation to produce rebuttal if it becomes necessary, and submits. The court, having listened to the testimonies of the sureties in the motion to justify surety, and the court having received, marked, and admitted into evidence instruments proffered by the movement in these proceedings to justify to the surety bond proffered on behalf of co-defendant Nora Fina Bono, this court says it reserved ruling for Friday, same being July 3rd, 2026, and the time of the ruling on the reserve ruling on behalf of co-defendants Nora Fina Bono. This court says it reserved ruling for Friday, same being July 3rd, 2026, time of the ruling on the motion to justify surety would be indicated in the notice of assignment, which will be given to the parties, and is hereby so ordered. So a bond was filed on behalf of Madam Fina Bono. Prosecution say no. Prosecution say they are not satisfied with the bond, and the property that was put up for surety is in question, or are in question properties. So under the stewardship, after arguments from prosecution and defense, the judge decided to reserve the ruling for Friday, July 3rd, 2026. The judge will rule whether to accept the surety. Another question asks, Mr. Witness, if co-defendant Nora Fina Bono decides to abscond, to leave the country, what will you do? Because you're standing, your property is being put up, you put your property up as a surety bond. So if co-defendant leaves the country, what will you do? So the judge will decide either to grant petitioner which, or to deny the bond. So if the judge denies the bond or the surety bond, the case takes another trend. So we just thought to inform you, to educate you, and to entertain you. Most of you in the market, you're hustling. You're only hearing, oh, Fina Bono going to court. I'm not forming any opinion, because any attempt to do that, I will be held in contempt. And I will be sent to Saw Beach like Prophet Kear. So I'm not going to sit here and act like a frog for the snake to swallow me. I respect the courts. I respect the decision. So my job as the sheriff in the court of public opinion, I will take the minutes of court. This is the minute of court, the argument between prosecution and defense. Now, one of the lead lawyers for Councillor Boo, and for Fina Bono is Councillor Boo. So they are top-notch lawyers on both sides, representing prosecution. Evan Clamartin, the head of the Assets Recovery Retriever, former County Attorney of Montserrat. He's one of the chief prosecutors. He has the assets recovery. 10 minutes going up to 8 o'clock. And now something I noticed on yesterday, the court told the prayer warriors that you can come here, but you cannot dress in white. You can wear any ordinary, you put your scarf or whatever, but you cannot dress up in white and enter the court. So yesterday was a different scene at the court. Those who are praying for Nora Fina Bono, they know why they're praying for her. Maybe they are relatives, they are friends who benefited. Then come the deputy sheriff, will be charged for contempt. So we just thought to bring you the minutes of court. 3. We just thought to bring you the minutes. The judge reserved ruling on yesterday, Mr. Deputy. Good morning.
Good morning, Sheriff. Good morning, Liberians. And let me say thank you, Sheriff, for being here yesterday. And coming back, bouncing great. We hope that the condition of your health now will continue to improve. Even though I was told some deep things by HT, but I will keep it.
Okay. Reserve it.
Reserve.
The judge reserved the ruling.
Yeah.
So just reserve
Let me
this.
reserve mine. Whatever HT told me is so classified.
Oh, wow.
I can't come in.
So you don't want to declassify it?
Okay. Yeah. Right. But all we can say to you is that thank God for speedy recovery, and it's good to be okay. Sorry for that. Yeah, so it's good to be here. The team is strong, and of course we're moving on to move with information. So when the court or a judge reserves ruling, reserves judgment, so to speak, also, it means they are postponing their final decision.
One of my men said to stone.
Yeah. They're postponing their final decision to a later date rather than the ruling on the spot judges. Yeah. So,
OBED, not to run you off, that is the key.
Yeah.
That is the key, because all the arguments, objection, overrule, this and that.
Yeah.
And sometimes the court becomes spare-bound. When the judge, prosecution, objection, then it goes to defense. Sometimes it is left with the judge. If you object, the judge can say overrule, objection, overrule. So if it becomes multiple times, then the court will feel, but the judge, let's say OBED, then the judge is leaning to the side of defense, or the judge is leaning to the side of prosecution. But the key here in all, with the foregoing, then everybody now, because it is time now for the judge
to hand down his verdict.
That is the key. Either you walk or you are prosecuted.
Obviously. So it is also intended, when the judge reserves ruling, it is intended to do it thoroughly, to review the case, right, before writing their verdict. So it is a time of very critical decision to make.
That is critical, very critical.
So they reserve the ruling to go and now thoroughly review the testimonies of the defendants and the case pushed by the prosecution as well, with all of the pieces of evidence in their possession, to now come up with a verdict. So it's critical. At this point in time, the public now would, like you said, whoever that is going to lean on the side of the prosecution or the defendant, that is something
the judge will decide.
The judge will decide through a careful and thorough revision of the prima facie, or the pieces of evidence as laid down by those in court as well. It's a good thing. The law is respecter of no man as well.
It doesn't see anybody.
Nobody. That's how it should be. So, irrespective of the political actors involved into legality, but the law is there. And in the words of these political pundits, they will always say the law is the law.
Yeah.
So therefore, once the law is the law, and you have a judge who understands and who has been very effective and on the side of the law, despite your political lineage or so. But what the law says is what Mr. Fekar, His Honor Fekar, will do.
He's a no-nonsense judge.
Obviously.
No
Right?
nonsense.
So, in that context, for which Sherry is speaking, is only intended to mean that he is, for what is on the book, that this should happen. Mr. OBED, GIBAH, God forbid, you came in conflict with the law, and this is what you did to violate our law. This was criminal in nature. This was this. And then right there, you are given due process, prosecuted, and whatsoever actions in compliance with what the law says. So let's see what happens, Sheriff. Let's see how it goes, and let's see what becomes.
So if the judge denied the bond, it will be trouble for FINA.
Yeah,
if the judge grants,
if it's not a surety bond,
it's a serious
so
problem.
it means there is nothing substantive to say, let's release you or let's let you go. Anytime we can bring you back. If two things. Also, if it is highly political in the back, then I'm not saying it is. I'm saying if. I don't want to think so also. But most likely anything is possible under the sun. So if it is a political thing now, Marabono, whether she right or wrong, she must go to jail. She must be guilty. And that is the mindset in this country that we need to stop.
Yeah.
Right?
Presume.
Yeah. Presume innocent until guilty or so.
All reasonable doubt.
Beyond it.
Beyond it.
So, Sheriff, I'm trying to say this. Two things happen in this country. We're going to cast or shift blame. That, the people trying to witch hunt us. That's one. Right? So once a case is being prosecuted, the other side, maybe the defendant will say, this is a witch hunt politically because this person is a politician, they work for the previous government. Secondly, the opposition will also say, the folks will also say, well, this thing and this are the government after these people in XYZ. So we have to also believe in our court system. We have to believe in what is right. The government people, on the other hand, shouldn't have this notion and say, because our opposition, so that person stole by all costs. You understand? It could be that they work and their record will speak for them.
Well,
but giving stewardship, let me just lay on this note. Giving stewardship, account for your stewardship, means a whole lot. For me, I see it as normal. The day we stop doing those things, we have a problem. So, whether you serve in position or you're currently occupying your position, you must be responsible enough to give account for the job that you are doing or you did while you serve, especially once it's in the interest of the Liberian people. So, like you and I have always disagreed with Councillor Alexandra Zoa, the LCC.
Yeah.
You can't come and say we'll prosecute these people, past and current officials of government, and the road front lady is sitting there. She was included on a list.
She said past and present official of the road fund.
Good.
Yeah.
So they went and mismanaged the funds. They donated to campaign activities in Grand Cape County and other areas. You left out the head of the road fund and started prosecuting other people. That was not holistic. I'm saying if you want people to account for what they do, you must do it.
But this is why people are saying, from the other side, are saying Liberians, let us not just restrict it to party issue. Liberians themselves who also have interest in these cases are saying it's witch hunt because it is 1 year, 1 month since Alexandra Joe from the LACC. In my opinion, she should not even be there in the first place. Excuse me, sorry. This is my opinion. Now she goes to the Ministry of Information. She mounts the podium. She says to Liberians, home and abroad, because we're not just talking about Liberians home, we're talking about almost maybe 800,000 or 1 million Liberians across the globe, right? And she says to them, this lady who we pay, this Fisi Alexandra Zoe, that we pay our tax, the taxes you pay, that I pay Alexandra Zoe and those commissioners. She goes there and she says, beating her chest, that there is probable cause, probability exists that after investigation, and I have the GSC report, the lady from the road fund is allegedly involved in corruption as per the GSC findings submitted to the LACC. Now, Liberians don't know
that the LACC does not need the consent of the Ministry of Justice. They have prosecutory power. So they shouldn't lie to you and I that, oh, that thing has to do with the Ministry of Justice. No. The LACC can go to court without the acquiescence or the knowledge of the Ministry of Justice. But the lady, look, money changing hair. Money changing hair. The people from the road fund are splashing up money because they don't want to be prosecuted. And the lady OBED at the LACC, Alexandra Zoe, is damaging the LACC because she's cherry picking, she's selective. And in the fight against corruption, we cannot be selective but holistic. Look at the former Korean first lady, the former first lady of Korea. She's going to jail. They're sending her to jail, I think, for 7 or 8 years. I'm trying to get the story. Why are we so different? Why is Liberia so different when it comes to fighting corruption, OBED? Why? Why do we shield people? The president say he's fighting corruption. The president, in my mind, sometimes when I say these things, supporter of the Unity Party, say, I don't give a damn about how they feel. I give a damn about the 5.5 million people, my comrades, the people who we speak for. We got no side here. And I always say this. I don't have a party. I can support an individual when election is coming to tell you, say, oh, OBED, vote for this person. I believe that this person can take Liberia to another height. If you say no, we live by it, right? But how can the LACC woman, Liberians, this should be your concern. How can the LACC woman say they are malfeasance, they have been stealing the roguishness by the thieves in government, but she's selecting the LACC, they are selecting certain people to take even the assets recovery. They are cherry picking, taking people. Okay, you know what? That John Brown related to the person of John Brown. It cannot be. You think the people of Korea are stupid? Do you think the people of Korea are stupid? A former first lady in one of the most powerful countries in Asia, right? First lady is going to prison. You know what she did? Because she accepted gift. She accepted gift.
You know, that's why those people out there, the democracy, very strong, Sheriff. And I'll be honest with you, is that because what is on the book, they applied it. Come to Liberia. Let me give a classic example of what just happened. See Josiah Jokai, the CSA boss. He was in defiance of the code of conduct of recent. What happened? The Unity Party folks in that surrogates defended it to the core.
They were defended to the core.
So it means that our laws are weak. Good laws, its implementation very weak.
Good law, bad implementation.
Very well, and that is just it. So what I'm saying, there's several cases. There's several landmark cases in this country that, well, the ordinary people sometimes want to hold the government responsible for these things. When President Bouaga took over, what was happening? He announced of 3 months audit, instructing the GSC to conduct vigorous audit at various institutions.
Oh, yeah.
The government came up with a list. What became of those audits? The Central Bank of Liberia, the LRA, the whatsoever. All of these audit reports, where are they today, Mr. President? Where are those reports? And then later you start hearing about 1 or 2 cases at the end of the day.
Yeah. Selected cases.
Yeah. For me, selective.
I say selective.
I agree to that.
But I stand by it. 100%. I owe no apology.
100%. 100%. Because if these cases are not selective on who should be prosecuted and XYZ, you don't see these things happening. Other people will be pushing, say, but then let's go as far back, heading first regime up to present. Let's do what is right. And until we can hold people liable and accountable for their actions in this country, especially those who sabotage the economy, we're already battling with the issue of the War and Economic Crimes Code. We're battling with that one. The economic component of that particular court establishment means a whole lot to this country. Until we can do that, the country is going nowhere. Every time we'll be talking, we'll be saying this. People, the public officials continue to shield themselves and say, oh, okay, tomorrow the other people will come there, they will do this one too. Or until we can consistently take these actions, the country is going nowhere in terms of making sure that our democracy grows and we get better.
I think what we fell short after Ellie and her folks massively looted this country over there. It was incumbent upon this man from the communities that you know, like I say, from the slum of Soniwe to the top of the executive mansion. We were all hoping. We were all hoping that after Ellen, aka Mama Nuku, looted this country along with her children, everybody said, well, this time around, something will happen. The man who is loved by the people, he should have set the stage when it comes to prosecution. But what did he say? What did he say? So most people say you had the opportunity to put Robert Salif, former Salif, the Salifs, and other government officials on trial, but you fail to do so. You say we are all interrelated. So Obed, he did not set the stage. So what is happening now? The government now, Waka say that no new, you know the man, the Ome Chike. There will be no new land by given by God, right?
Yeah.
And they bargain. So why can't he give a damn? Of course, other people will be prosecuted, but his inner cycle, because a lot of things are happening. The code of conduct is being abused. We all know that. Double dipping from the Unity Party. You know they are double dipping. The Secretary General of FPRC, the chairman, chairman of the board of NP or FPRC, he's chairman NPA, right? So,
yeah, I don't know if they're taking two salaries, but the fact is that it was a mandate for the president. So this is the irony. The president can say, lead in one job and focus on another one, right? And then you say, oh, Mr. President, we're going to court. We'll do this one. No, that one can't hold. We'll have to serve the government and serve our party. So you undermine the president's policy, because once the president speaks, it becomes a policy.
Okay,
right?
just because you mentioned the president, so I don't forget. You know, Pamela Duo, she used to be, Otavin Williams will be here tomorrow morning to discuss general issues, national. She used to work for, I'm bringing this issue in the case of Dempster Brown. You know, the president suspended him for time indefinite or pay. So, Pamela Duo, according to information, was granted a 1-year leave, Obe, to go to Australia to do her master. On her return, it is alleged sources within the corridors at the executive mansion are alleging that Dempster Brown refused to pay her salary, her benefits. I'm told, I'm trying to get that letter. Even there were other issues, even though Obed, there were other issues surrounding Dempster Brown. But the key issue that he stood in the face of the president and said he will not pay the lady's benefit. The president asked, according to information, the president asked the Minister of State to write. In fact, information having is alleged that Dempster Brown said he will go for prohibition on the matter. So the man who gave you the job, the man instructed you, say, pay this woman her benefit. This is according to the information we're getting. That was the hardcore issue that hit the camel's back when he stood in the face of the president. Not in the face, but telling the president he will not, according to information, the lady will not get her benefit. So that made the president angry. It made the president angry, Obe. And so the president made that decision according to information. Even though there are other issues that people say things that were happening over there. So This is where we are. This is where we are, folks. So the issue of the court, the issue of the LACC, I really don't know whether Liberians trust the LACC. Do you want the public to weigh in on that? But there are other issues. But let me bring you some schemers has been arrested.
Okay.
LMP charges 2 men in alleged U.S. Embassy student visa fraudulent scheme. The embassy. Yeah. My man, when that embassy, in case they go to the NRA, and the American embassy, you can't compromise.
Yeah, even though there were some issues also with some folks at the embassy, Liberian workers. But then I think I need to check in again to know. There was a chat room established by the Liberian worker at the embassy, and someone shared a nude video in that chat room of
chat employees.
Yeah, the employees chat
at the embassy, the U.S. embassy.
Yeah, I just want to
employees at the U.S. embassy. They open chat room.
Yeah, they have their.
They're working with the embassy.
Chat room. Yeah, the support staff.
Support staff.
Yeah, so therefore, and one of those guys in the chat room share a nude video of a man. Yeah, so they perhaps WhatsApp notified the U.S. embassy, and then the U.S. embassy asks that they be investigated for exposing.
So how far away?
Fast forward, I think that was a good step, but instead of that individual who shared the video, entire members of the chat room, those support staff, all of them were laid off. Yes, even though they were turned over to the LMP for investigation.
Investigation stay ongoing.
They have investigated it, and the LMP report said that okay, these people were vindicated. The person who shared the video should bear the responsibility.
But they sacked everybody.
But everybody.
No, we need to go to the bottom of this.
No benefit, nothing. I was in conversation with a few of those employees before.
Then we need to talk to them.
To get back to them.
Get back to them.
So we can know as whether the U.S. embassy paid them, because you can do this.
No, you cannot.
Crimes not transferable.
No.
Being in a chat room does not in any way mean that when someone
everybody's guilty.
Very well.
No, everybody not guilty.
By default, no. So we'll try to re-establish contact with them. And then we move
and we hope they will talk.
They will.
Okay.
They are willing to talk.
Okay, so let's bring you this latest. LMP charges 2 men in alleged U.S. Embassy student visa fraudulent scheme. You're on your own. Monrovia, Liberia, madam. The Liberian National Police, or LNP, has charged 28-year-old Adam Dolly with multiple criminal offenses in connection with an alleged scheme involving forged documents used in an application for a United States student visa. According to a police charge sheet dated June 26, 2026, Adam Dolly, a resident of Congotown Back Road, has been charged with forgery, obtaining or issuing deceptive writing, criminal felicitation, and criminal conspiracy. The alleged offenses reportedly occurred in May 2025 at the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia. KML, folks. Police identify Alamini S. Famule, hope I got the name right.
Lamini?
As,
Lamini?
Yes, let me spell it as I say. A-L-M-A-M-I-E.
Okay.
Is it correct?
Yeah, Alami.
Alami. Okay, Alami S. Family as a co-defendant, while indicating that additional suspects are yet to be identified. The charge sheet states that Dolly was arrested on June 25th, 2026, after an investigation initiated by following a complaint by Sam Fassa, a criminal fraud investigator with the Regional Security Office, RSO, at the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia. According to investigators, Famule applied for a U.S. student visa in May 2025 and was instructed to provide supporting financial documents demonstrating his ability to finance his education in the United States. Deputy, I hope you're following.
100%.
Police allege that family conspired with Adam Dolly to prepare and submit a falsified Liberian Bank for Development and Investment, or LBDR bank statement. Wow, double jeopardy. So crime with the embassy, crime with the bank, right? The document allegedly reflected an amount balance of $35,270.19, purportedly belonging to Famula's father. The investigation further claims that internal verification conducted by the U.S. Embassy and LBDR established that the bank statement presented during the visa application process was fraudulent. Investigators allege that in May 2025, Famula met Adam Dolly at the World Trade Center. You see it? At the World Trade Center. When the people went to close that place down, Liberians politicized it at the World Trade Center. There you go. Where Dolly allegedly processed the visa application and charged him US $1,600 for his services. Man,
yeah.
During questioning by police investigators, family reportedly admitted that Dolly prepared the entire visa application package, including the alleged fake bank statement submitted to the U.S. Embassy. However, investigators also reported that family informed them his father, Mohammed E. Family, had no knowledge of the application process. Police said their investigation found that the father was, in fact, responsible for funding his son's studies in the United States, but was unaware of the alleged fraudulent documentation. Okay, obey, yeah. Even though the father was sponsoring his son to go to America, but that fraudulent.
Yeah, so the father felt that they were doing something legal and right.
He did not know.
But now the son on the side,
yes,
clandestinely operating.
This is according to police investigation. So
he play with his own destiny.
Yeah. So his father now is off the hook. The Liberian National Police concluded that its investigation established sufficient evidence indicating that the alleged crimes of forgery and obtaining or issuing deceptive writing were committed. Investigators further alleged that family knowingly and intentionally sought out Adam Dolly at the World Trade Center to prepare documents for his school application, leading police to charge both men in connection with the alleged visa fraud scheme. The case is expected to proceed through Liberia's judicial process, where the prosecution will be required to prove the allegations in court. The filing of criminal charges does not constitute a finding of guilt, and both defendants are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Sure.
Presumption.
Presumption of innocence.
Presumption of innocence.
Okay.
So presume innocent until you are proven. So even though they are charged, they are not guilty.
That is the formality of the law, right? But sometimes with the evidence already adduced, you get CCTV or camera inside a place here, and you saw John Brown walk in and took your water or something for your table.
You still have to say alleged.
Yeah, the man.
You still have to say
that's what I'm saying. The formality of the law. Only the court can determine as to whether the person was a criminal. Maybe the person will go to court and say it was done under certain circumstances.
What circumstance?
I was hungry. And when I saw the only water, I had to drink it. So the camera captured me. But so to speak, there are a lot of schemages across the country, Sheriff. People lied. People falsified.
Let me just ask you, have you seen this disturbing video
about
LDA officers, the lady naked herself?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
It's disturbing.
Okay.
I'm going to send it to you.
Okay. Good.
She was butt naked.
Okay.
They were breaking down the structure, and she said, I guess she came from the bathroom or where she came from, and they started to break down her structure, claiming that that she had drugs in the house. I said, but I'm sending you the video.
Okay, so we're going to talk about that after opening up the phone lines on our chip chat for others to join in on the program this morning. But if we're not careful, the society, right? We do not have 100% literate society. There are a lot of illiterate people, and the ones who know small thing, I mean, they must have graduated from high school. They allow themselves
let me
to
you,
use.
Obe, what is your nationality?
Liberian.
Nationality, you Liberian. This guy is in the 12th grade.
What's his nationality?
Graduating with. They say, "What your nationality?" He say, "Oh, my wife. I can tell to cook potato green cassava." The other one that asked her, "You can defecate." No, it's bad. I can't give it to my daughter.
Yeah.
What? Look, I hate to say this, but we are doomed. And people, you know, all these things, the blackouts interviewing people, different faces. Obed, that's reality. It's not something that they're acting.
It is not content.
No, it's not content. That reality. Somebody they asked this girl just to spice it up, you know, because we educate, inform, and entertain. So they asked the girl, "Have you traveled before?" She said, "I've traveled to so many countries, such as Douala, Johnsonville." Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So
are you really kidding me?
Yeah.
And these are the people who are going to vote. The society is doomed if we're not mindful. Go ahead, Obe.
Yeah. So just to spice it up,
I sent it to you.
Okay, I'll check it. Just to spice it up, like the sheriff said. But back to our conversation, which is very serious. People scam people a whole lot. Sometimes they say, one of my friends was telling me he was accusing the inmates at the Moravia
Central
Prison. They called you and say you have won scratch card. You will send scratch card because you have won television.
I know that for a fact. Okay. Because you remember the late LDA boss who died during the corona? Soko, right?
Yeah. Marcus Soko, something like that. I hope the name is correct.
Yeah. Okay. So we went to the Central Prison because I suggested, look, let's go to the Central Prison.
Okay.
And do a lockdown because of these scammers. People in the Central Prison, you have won this, you have won that, you got to do. So we went there on a Saturday from 10 in the morning until 6 in the evening. It was the time of our man, what you need? Our Pape, HT from Central Street. Gibson, right? Yes, he was a deputy for administration. So they consented and we went there. Obey. The drugs, the phones, the cell phones, the drugs, the street value was 100. Gibson is still living. 175,000 United States dollars. They locked down almost 20 phones. So when people tell you the guys were explaining, go back to the story. It's real. Drugs. The people sell drugs in that Central Prison more than outside. In fact, one of the prison guys was coming to work. And somebody sensed this guy looks suspicious. You know what he did? He had his overcoat. He put the marijuana, big parcel, put it on, and come on, fly, he will go inside. So one of the DA guys said, come. He suspected him of having some substance on him. And true to his word, this guy had marijuana parcel. Something, for sale. So if sold in there, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars because I'm telling you, they don't search them, right?
Yeah, sure.
The person got the water, they are not searched. So it just goes to say the thing. I know it for a fact because we went there. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, a lot of means, a lot of techniques people use to scam people. 419ers are all over the place, and we have to be careful. You won't go to America, you won't do this. People start falsifying
anything to go to America. Once it's America.
Someone said we got program. In fact, recently we heard about Canada to an extent that another man of God also involved allegedly to scamming for Australian visa or so.
But what happened with the former religious advisor to our man?
The former religious advisor to the former president,
Josh Weir. Yeah.
He was also involved to alleged scam and soliciting money from people under the pretense of sending them out of the country.
Yeah.
The GSM companies work with ArcelorMittal, work with Maritime, work with the airport. I mean, they do all kind of things. Somebody will send you text and say, we got vacancy at Farmington Hotel. We got a workshop coming up, put your name on the list. And then at the end of the day, they will start telling you, say, oh, you got to send money to the director for UNDP.
Look,
you got a whole lot. No, but now they say UNDP conducting workshop.
I think just spend it. I don't know, illiteracy or just.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I know of
the UNDP director tell you to send money.
Yeah,
then
they almost the other guy say, I'm the special assistant to the director. You know it late now, so let's put your knee on the paper. For some kind of $50 we'll squeeze your knee on the list. You know UNDP can pay on time. So there's a whole lot. They will rely on all the popular entities and institutions. They will tell you they got rubber, they got cocoa, they want from the gold mine, they find the other chemical. There's a whole lot of scheming activities going on. So you gotta be careful, be wise. We'll say the thing over and over on the radio. You'll still allow people to scam you. When these GSM companies want you to win, they will not ask you for money.
No.
You must have already recharged your own card and enjoy it on your phone. Somebody won't give you visa to go to America and they're hungry, they carry you to World Trade Center to go face force document. Is that how it worked? We gotta be careful. Our woman in the market, our papa there, our keke riders there. We know the country is hard, but be careful. Everybody want to get greenhouse patch and grab golden opportunity or opportunities. But you have to be careful. Be very, very careful. Some people can't looking good. I had the BN speaking style.
Yeah.
They will come in clinical. I've seen a lady cry around the Cardwell Redemption Road. The man dressed her in Kosu.
You're all right.
And then before she turned around to go inside a phone on the table, the man collected and she couldn't find the time in the pocket. She couldn't find the guy. And she said, oh, that one man was looking good here in court.
But it happened at the JFK.
It's still
it happened at the JFK.
Yeah.
This guy dressed up like a, like doctor and put his stuff. The man went and collected 10 phones.
Yeah. Criminal always think
10 phones.
Far beyond the normal.
All the phone you can think about the ball collector is when the man go, because you know the man can go in end of the wall, right?
As a doctor.
As
maybe
a doctor.
Check on
Dark,
the
everywhere he goes, dark, no camera. No camera. JFK don't have camera.
And they know each other there.
They don't know. Yeah, so the place
a big
is
hospital.
Big. The ball collected 10 phones.
Tell me.
The ball collected, man, what phone? What kind of phone? You know the people that have big phones.
Yeah.
So the schemers, but OBED, Daniel Roger, they're grown-up men. West slept in Blabber, West Point on the table. That means your appearance alone. But OBED, your appearance speaks.
100%.
27 minutes past I will open the lines. Your appearance. Look at the guys that went to Kear that went to the court. And Judge Fecker was mad. Judge Fecker told the attorney at law, say, my man, we all want money. But I've advised you, look at the people you represented in court. Look at these people. You sit here and these people dupe people, scam people, and you come in court to defend them. Look at it. I say, filter, kidnap people.
Oh, yeah. Slippers and
how Liberians will sit and allow themselves to be used only because of greener pastures. They want to travel. You want to travel? A guy in my house, family in Germany, supporting him, sending I think 10,000, open cafe. Oh, the man just get out. Man say he went Sierra Leone. You're goodbye. I went Sierra Leone. I went to the States. After 1 month, about came out with no slipper.
Wow.
You see how people scam people?
Wow.
OBED, $10,000. They put to and say you on your own. Because if you wanted to travel, if we wanted you to travel, we assist you.
We could do that.
Yes.
So what the essence of
so why people sit and just allow themselves to be scammed by these criminals? You say the government official, they are rogues, they stealing. But you yourself, you robbing the people in the community. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, man. I don't know. OBED, I don't know. So Liberians, you gotta be smart.
Yeah, let's open up the phone lines. We've been talking since this morning. We read you the meanings of the court. The judge has reserved ruling in the case of former chief of protocol to former President George Weah, Madam Nora Finabondo. What's the take about that? You listen to the meanings of the court, the testimonies and cross-examination of one of the defendants read by the sheriff this morning. We'll also talk about the scheming activities at the U.S. Embassy, which accused a 28-year-old fellow of falsifying documents. What do you make of lots of these 419 activities in our country? Is becoming customary now. A lot of people just call somebody, call your phone in and start to dupe you. People losing scratch cards across the country. So people sending mobile money and a whole lot. It's sometimes they say it's called a wire fraud, right? So you wire money from this person to this person, just fake things. People come in your WhatsApp chat box and say, "Oh, I'm stranded, and please send me this and so money." There's your brother. They're hacking people pages and things. What's the take? Let's hear from you this morning on some of these national issues of paramount concern. And then we move on to talk about other issues on the program this morning. This is Kear Morning Live on Kear Radio. My name is OBED GIBAH, the Deputy Sheriff alongside Sheriff Daniel Rogers. John will bring you today's edition of the program on 95.9. This is your factual, accurate, timely, and balanced platform. We're also on YouTube, Kear Communications Network. 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 are the numbers. Perhaps you want to weigh in any of our chip chart this morning.
The issue of the LACC.
Yes. Talk about cases and how they've been handled by the government as well. 0777 959.
Let's take our first caller.
This person.
Good morning.
Thank you for the show on discussion this morning.
Yeah.
We are carefully and closely monitoring you guys. Thank you guys, for taking up time every morning, to give us information, feed you with information, of the nation. But my attention is being drawn to the papers that were read by the sheriff this morning.
The minutes.
Yeah, the minutes that were read by the sheriff this morning. I guess the sheriff, if he's not a lawyer, but I think he's a practicing lawyer.
No, he's a sheriff. Sheriff, you're a sheriff.
Sheriff mean a sheriff.
Okay, sheriff mean a sheriff. But I think he got some ideas on our laws on the book.
Yeah, but I mean, sheriff play with court document every day.
Make your point, sir.
Okay, sir. But I overheard the sheriff saying something about people wearing white, and the judge going against the people. So
the court. They have this thing called the prayer warriors. They say they are prayer warriors for FINA. The court said, we're not going to stop you, but you cannot all come in white, dress up in white. It's unacceptable. And yesterday, they all went in different colors.
All right. So according to that, in our law, the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, does they stop you from wearing white to go to court?
Okay, then I will ask in the numbers. I'm going to the court. Anything you ask me, I'll go to the court. I got friends, lawyers, judges, so we see. Thanks for your concern.
Uniform at the court. I don't know if it is illegal.
Okay, so we'll ask. Thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Caller, good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's take this caller. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
My front street brother. So this is Mr. Realist. So the first thing I need to say is about the court stopping people or denying people wearing what? I don't know where they derive from. Are they afraid of somebody praying for somebody, or they taking white to be satanic thing? I don't know, because I believe that is, I think, to my little knowledge that I have, that did not have anything to do with a court issue, that you should not wear white to get to the courthouse or the courthouses. So I don't know the reasons they have to do it. I say you say you're going to do the research. Please go and do that. But if my knowledge tell me it's something that they infringe on the people's rights. Maybe if they are
in your opinion, they are infringing on their rights.
Exactly.
That is your opinion.
That is my opinion. Maybe if they are done something in a way against the court, okay, that should have been a reason to stop them and say, look, you should not come here in group like this. Maybe in the way, the manner in which you behave, we don't want it.
Okay.
But to say they should not wear white because they're going to pray for somebody, I think prayer here, even against the law, in the court, that you can pray for your climb to be
not in a court. No, you can't do that in a courtroom. You can't do that. You can do it outside of the court.
Outside, not in a courtroom.
Okay. No, I just want to correct you.
Yeah. They didn't go to do it in a courtroom. I believe they when they sat down and they were observing the case.
Okay.
But they see it to be.
But Mr. Realist, let me ask you this question. Do you think people should bear the consequence of their stewardship or their action?
Exactly. We look, let me tell you, really, regarding about our status, but every one of us, we can be affected when somebody take up the money or the one that belong to the public and take it for themselves and their family. We all can be affected. Therefore, it's supposed to.
Mr. Realist, if we are affected by the action of those people who siphon our money, why we then condemn the system?
Yeah, because the reason, maybe those who condemn the system, they could condemn the system because it was partiality into the judgment. Maybe it was not holistic. It was something that was.
So how do you determine partiality and holistic? How?
You determine from the people who involved. Sometimes maybe the present government also have people of that kind, and they cannot be hauled also to the court. Or sometimes they feel.
Okay, that brings us, Mr. Realist. That brings us to the issue of the LACC. You talk about people, maybe people favored by the government are not being tried by the LACC. Is that what you're taking us before we leave you?
Exactly. So there should not be only those who are leaving the power. When you leave the power, they have a right to investigate you. Also, when you are in power, if something occur in that present time, they should also be investigated.
Do you think the former president or made a mistake by not investigating the past government, the people from Ellen?
That have been my disappointment.
Okay.
Even though I had a decision, but that have been my disappointment. I don't know what was the reason.
Okay.
But that have been my disappointment because I saw clearly in the Ellen government what happened. Robert said it was how they call it, morning boys here. He just came from the state and become morning boys. But he didn't. I mean.
So that was a mistake on the part of the former president.
I think the mistake should be corrected by any other person that will come.
Okay.
They should not do it to the other government.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr.
Great point, Mr. Realist.
Yeah, Mr. Realist. Okay.
Let me take this one.
Yeah.
Rufus Blambo, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, OBED. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning, sir.
It's kind of a question, Sherry. I mean, if I'm feeling a sense that this country we won't go anywhere right now. It takes our generation to come. This country won't go anywhere. But what happens is that the society we live in currently, there's no opportunities in this country. There's no program for our youth and what have you. Trust me. Came back to this country in recent time. I just decided not to say anything about politics in this country. Politicians.
So you went sabbatical.
Yeah, I had to go sabbatical because what I saw out there when I went out there, can you imagine that? Even Ghana is 1 billion times better than Ghana. A lot of the hardship in Ghana, whatever, there are more programs, there are more activities, people engaging with other stuff in Ghana. There's our country. Where are we today? From 1847, we still fighting on rules. At the end of the day, they can't say you 50 billion out of it. We see the impact. What are we going? What are we going over? I mean, I so pity for this country today. If they are having an opportunity to do this country again, now to come back, I wouldn't have to do so. Because
I don't know what they say with Liberia, because every time you travel, you say you're not coming back after 1 or 2 months. We're in Abidjan. It's people are telling me don't go back. I say no, I went back. Yeah, you see, we say we're coming back. I mean, I don't know what is about this country.
Nothing is moving in this country. Other countries are making progress, but we are retrogressing every day.
What is responsible?
Come again?
What is responsible? Yeah. What's responsible for that? The retrogression.
There is no law for this country. All the people that come to power is what I mean. There is no law for this country. Now, all of the presidents that become presidents in the country, there is no law for this country. We don't have people that own generation think in this country, people that think for the next 10 generation. Everybody that comes to the country only think for the generation.
Okay. Thank you, Blamo. Thanks so much for such a salient point. We move on to another person. Sorry.
Okay, we lost our caller.
077759959 0881-871-670 are the numbers to call.
The country is retrogressing according to Blamo.
Yes.
If he leaves the country, he's not going to come back here. But those are the numbers: 077759959, Lone Star 0881 871-670. Our WhatsApp +231 777 Call us and be a part of our discussion. Coming up is the segment where we bring you the front and back pages of the local dailies, the sheriff and deputy sheriff on the platform. Let's see if we can go to this Lone Star line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Matt Arthur. I'm calling from you. People that go.
Make your point, sir.
Yeah, that's I want to make a point on that. So that you are discussing. Our guys wanted to cook me for a good time. They call me, oh, but I just want to say, set the task. Surprisingly, they mentioned me, set the task next day. When I go and check out, there's no money in my phone. They say, oh, you see the money, send me card. I said, all right, let's go. So I found a card on the ground. I read the number to him. He said, oh, and I received the card. I said, but how is it possible you say me set the task? Ask me for a card. Yeah, he looked at me for a long. He said, brother, when you enter the room, no talk to nobody. Only me, you, but let's talk. I said, no problem. So I entered the room. He said, let me get to the person that's over the money. He leave when I come and he said, I need my card. I said, yeah. He said, hey, bomb me. I said, yeah. The man for everything that he got about me. In a sense that they believe it. I look at it, I said, no. I said, brother, you can't make it with me. You can't make it. You call. I said, bro, you can't make it. I leave it. When I go to go, you know, they may do. They may say, 2 hours, what a real funny. In my account, I 2 hours, it's clear. I tell the account, 2 hours there. And I say, 2,000. You see it? I say, yes, thank you. I also think. They may get mad, brother.
Yeah.
They get mad. But you don't have a fraud because the snail will swallow you. Let's hold you there and take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
We are good. Good to have you on the Tuesday presentation of KML.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. My name is Elvis Yansman Tapo the Circle, and I do join you for the district number 3, Moserado County.
Tapo, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to make a few points. You see, when I hear people say, oh, if I leave Liberia, I will not come back, sometimes it can really hurt me.
Why should it hurt you? Why other people issue will hurt you? Why? That's the person feeling. They feel they can't get what they want here.
Yeah, that's the person feeling. But as a human being, the natural instance of a human being should be you want to go home. So whatever place you go, you always come back to your country, see out there, and come home, and then do the same thing that you see up there. But not the issue. The issue for Finabondo, they could stopping these people from wearing work in a court. They could have reason. That place is a court. It's not a church hall.
Okay.
Somebody have been taking the code for criminal act. Then you go there and say you go to pray. Why are we heading to in this country? That's my point, my brother. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. As always, of course, OBED announced the numbers. We are here on KMLK Morning Live.
Okay, so those of you who are also watching us via our online television,
let's take.
We want to recognize you shortly.
Okay,
But after this person,
this Lone Star line. Good morning.
Yeah. Yes, I was talking cut me off.
I will cut you off.
Yes, I want to give analysis to one of two librarians I listen to the radio station. And I'm planning that you cannot go to Lone Star Orange Office to go register at number. This
But we're talking about Lone Star?
No, you are talking about the two of people. I want to get analysis where.
Okay, do that in 1 minute because we have other calls coming in.
Yeah, some people they blame that to pass them and register in the sinker. They're the one that can take the customer number and give it to the man and to start beating with a whole particular. Like they want to call people and dupe them. Yes, like why I said the recent time because can't register sinker for my daughter. 2 days, 3 days, they call the nigga, asking the nigga for money. So that lose post stop to air out. Now substations should be the one to do it. That is, they children are passing around register. Let be stop to it because they all have for the criminal rate to be high on the mobile money system.
Thank you so much. Let's go to line 3. Good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Yes, sir. Where you join us from, sir?
My name is Sam Dick again. I join you from District 9.
Let's hear you.
County. Yeah, so my attention is being drawn to the issue about the people in solidarity that went at the court. There's no Liberian law that states that people do not wear uniform or white, but the judge will deem it in his or its own wisdom to not allow that because there's a tendency that when people gather in particular clothes or clothing, it has the propensity to make people to think that there is a demonstration. That is why the code don't allow people to wear a group of people to wear a
uniformity.
Uniformity. Different persons and with the full intent of those people that have gathered me, join them and start to misbehave. So there's no Liberian law, but the judge can use that in his own wisdom to show that decorum is orderliness.
And there's sanctity at the court.
So, yeah, but for example, on a particular day, if you look at the service on a particular day, service and wear different color of uniformity at that particular day, the code is necessary. But for other people are not actually working in a court and have gone there to sympathize with people wearing clothes that are slogans or jean trousers, it does not show any sanctity. So it is still a judge's wisdom to say, no, don't do this. Don't do this. It is because they want to preserve.
But so in the discretion of the judge, so it's not a law, but the judge can use his discretion.
Yes, it is not a law, but the law, the judge can use his own discretion to do that.
Okay. Right? Thank you. Oh, we lost you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
My name is Jeremiah J. Ko. I call from District number 17.
Jeremiah, the topic on a discussion. Let's get your thoughts.
My attention has been drawn to the fraudulent act that the two guys were charged.
With the U.S. Embassy?
The fraudulent act.
Yeah.
So the issue here is OBED and the sheriff. In this country, we are at the lower level. We don't want to leave criminal act, but we want for the people at the higher level to leave criminal.
Yeah.
It does not make sense. It does not make any sense.
In other words, you don't want to move your hand for the cookie's job, but you say other people move their hand from there.
Thank you. Every time we call on radio and we criticize government officials, past, present, and we're gonna attack even future government officials, we cause them, we tell them about corruption. But when it comes to us at the lower level, in our communities, at our homes, in the churches, for me, I'm a Christian, I love to deal with the church. The church is corrupt than government. I'm ready for the argument anyway. The the church is corrupt than government. I read it. Yeah, any pastor call. The church is corrupt than government. They don't want to hear about accountability. They don't want to hear about transparency. They say you rule. They say, oh, the spirit say and whatsoever. These are things. We don't want to deal with things at a lower level. How can you kill the tree of Baal, then you cut in the branches? You see the tree of that? You got to kill it from the root. You understand? Even the children in the womb, parents compromise with them and support them. The child grow up, you see government official today, unless they're corrupting, you see where they take it from. They started from small time and the parents allowed them to go. So that's it. We got to teach, or else people at the higher level will not teach. We will just be talking. So at the lower level, let's prepare the young people. The Bible says, train up a child. So it means that when you are small, that time you're supposed to pick up. But now when you get at a higher level, people talking. People just thought that only by the grace of God, government official will lead corruption. Because the thing is that they say,
so let me ask you about the LACC, the chairperson Alexandra Zoe. Alexandra Zoe was at the Ministry of Information during the press conference. She said that day that there is probable cause to bring past and present government officials, including that of the Roe Fund. We go 1 year, 1 month. Those people have not been brought under the jurisdiction of the court. Why, in your opinion?
Yeah, because the country now is corrupt, and we all are attached to it, because you will find people at the lower level again supporting people when they grab the other person and say, oh, that wation. When they grab the other person, then maybe the person is in government, then the present government will feed those people. So one way or the other, then everybody gets sad. Right now, you will see, the party people defending their own people, CDC people defending their own people, ANC people. We don't have love, like one of your brothers said. We don't have love for the country. I told somebody the other day, I said, no Liberian love Liberia. Until I can see it. Yeah, we can only say to our more, the men and women get love for the country. It is a fallacy. Okay. We are responsible for that because we are supporting when the ground up. You were just saying it. They want to close that place down, water center. People politicize it.
Oh yes.
Yeah, people politicize it and say, oh, this and that. The people living. How can you be carrying on criminal eyes that are living? Eh?
Yeah, but I get it straight to now. Not everybody there were involved, even though 60% of the people there, yeah.
Yes, then you'll be able to find somewhere and sit on there if you.
Yeah, so that one apple spot the entire tree, eh?
Oh yeah, because they're not getting anybody now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so
joining
much.
us.
Yeah.
Let's go to Facebook and recognize some of our followers.
Yeah.
This morning, Masale S. Abraham said, I'm following live from the compound of B Mountain in Kinjor. As Kinjor, if we're not careful, when B Mountain leave for it, will be like the situation currently in Ghana with the
flooding. Yeah, the flood.
But he's back and say he's following live from B Mountain. Thank you so much for that. I'm following the program. Patrick Seibolo says, good morning. I'm following from Cardboard. That's you. Patrick Sai Bolo is following. Otis Civilized Madingo Boy is following. And he said, I'm following you from Freetown, Lumley. Thank you for joining us from Lumley. They're in Freetown. Hope you're doing great, Otis. Afra TCC is watching. Thank you so much, Tuzon, for following us.
From Tuzon?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's Tuzon. DJ Tuzon.
Oh, okay, Tuzon.
George Satem says he's thank you much to the labor man, an activist and advocate for the labor sector. Thank you for joining us. Nick Lamin Kamara says, I'm following you from Cadbury this morning. Thank you guys for the information. Thanks so much. And all of you who are following us this morning, I'd like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Go to YouTube. Follow us on our YouTube channel, Kear Communications Network, and you'll be live here. Don't forget, every Sunday is a conversation with our CEO.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting topic. Yeah.
We give $5 to caller who call and answer a Bible question every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So make it a business to always listen and follow us on Sunday from 6 o'clock upwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So one interesting story. I have a commentary coming up. If the deputy will, this interesting story after the dailies, I want us to look at Elder Samuel Women Pay. And the question, where were they? Statements made, a session made by former Lands, Mines, and Energy Minister Women Pay. Now, Elder Samuel's Women Pay. Where have the elders been? Corruption, drugs, rape, bodies in the street, police, live shooting at citizen, mob justice, discrimination in hiring and firing of Liberians for tribal or political reasons, etc. Where have the elders been in all of these? Big question, right? So we look at that. And let's Obed, call the numbers. Let's see if we can take a few more calls. 6 minutes to 9 o'clock is KML on a Tuesday morning. We are live from the nation's capital, like we say, from the slump of Sony went to the top of the executive mansion.
0777 959 959 0881 871 670. And trust us, those of you who are concerned, we're going to ask relative about uniform at the court as to whether is prohibited or so.
Let's take this Lone Star line. Good morning. Oh, we lost that caller. Call us back on those numbers. Of course, you'll be live and you can give us your thought on the issue, the LACC, the issue at the court, whether people, there's a law for people to wear white or dominant colors going to the court. Liberians are eager to know. Liberians want to know. Okay?
Yeah.
So call us on those
and
numbers.
I think we need to take the announcement from LEC.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Where is it? Where is the announcement from LEC? Where is the announcement? What is this? Oh, this is talking. What's George?
George.
Okay. I think we should have a folder so we don't. Okay.
Good.
You want to read? Yeah, go ahead. Come. Okay, so we bring you, this is a paid for announcement by the Liberia Electricity Corporation. We can also do that for you. We can take your goose off the shelf. Don't let it stay there for too long. So Obed will bring you that LEC mention. Then we'll discuss more. And like I said, we have an editorial coming up talking about the importance, the role diaspora Liberians play. Let's listen to Deputy Sheriff.
The Liberia Electricity Corporation is pleased to inform the public that it is collaborating with SYNAPT for the implementation of the smart metering program. The initial phase of this program will be carried out in Pinsville and its associated feeders. As part of the process, joint teams from LEC and SYNAPT will begin conducting community engagement activities and customer data collection within the targeted areas. The smart meter comes with several advanced features, including 1. Geofencing technology. The meter automatically shuts down and can no longer work if it is removed from its registered or installed location. 2. Tempered alert system. The meter automatically sends SMS alerts to LEC, SYNAPT, and the customer whenever tampering is detected. 3. Automatic token loading. Customers no longer need to manually enter token codes when you purchase your electricity, as credit is loaded automatically onto the meter. 4. GPS tracking capability. The meter can be located through its GPS system, identifying its location when stolen. Following the customer's data collection exercise, LEC and SYNAPT will commence the replacement and installation of smart meters. Customers who currently have a meter possesses proof of payment, that's payment for a meter, or whose meter was previously stolen with evidence will have their meters replaced free of charge. Customers without existing meters records will have their information collected. It will be required to pay the applicable connection fees to be connected. For additional information, please contact the LEC Customer Care Hotline 4500 or visit LEC head office down Waterside, Monroeville. This information was brought in and signed by the management, Liberia Electricity Corporation.
All right, Deputy Sheriff brought you that announcement from the Liberia Electricity Corporation. Let me recognize Robert Tokpa. Robert Tokpa, good morning. William B. Davis. They are all regular followers of the show, Kear Morning Live, KML, with me, Rogers, and of course, the Deputy Sheriff. T. Benjamin Myers, good morning to you. Coach Lee, good morning. He's the head of for beach soccer. And maybe tomorrow, OBED will in on the appointment as per executive order by His Excellency Joseph Yuman Boyka. Appointing Kroma is back. AB Kalilu Kroma is back to head this illegal mining in the sector. So he heads that group. So tomorrow we will look at it. And Otavin Toga Williams, former vice president of the PUL, will sit on the platform tomorrow. Let's take this caller. We'll take more calls until the hour, 5 minutes to the hour. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. Once more, thank you. I'll call you from my electoral district number 9. One of your previous callers said that the church is corrupt.
Is the church corrupt? Is the church corrupt?
The church is corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
It is evident by scriptures. But the church did not say that, the Bible did not say that the government is better than the church. Now, this is what people use as corruption in the church. Normally, the church is not a profitable institution. It's like NGO. Church do not pay taxes to government. Church, people don't, churches are not the only church. And so people will use that. So Jesus said, give unto Caesar.
But let me ask you, the people who this faith-based organization or institution, they get money. Don't you think that those who are sending their money or sponsoring those churches also want to know how their monies are being spent?
Therefore, other churches do that. All right? Other churches, people that are taxpayers, at the end of the following month, they put on the people that paid out for the previous month. In that way, people know. And let me say to you, there are lack of churches that actually do things to ensure that the members know what actually going on in the church. Other churches, every collections that are made in the churches, the piece of fund pay for children collection $300, $150 US, 17,000 liberty, tax. They do all of those, and at the end of the day, the puppet is on the book. That is why in most churches you have elders, you have deacons and deaconesses.
So what's the point? What's the point you're raising?
The point is the church is corrupt, or it's not. The government is not corrupt. The government is better than the church in terms of corruption, as my brother stated.
Okay, all right.
That's my point.
Okay, thank you so much.
Evidence about biblical or research.
All right, thank you so much, my brother. The church is corrupt. In agreement with the caller who told us about the corruption in the church and even people in the community. A minute to the hour. George, please bring George. Obe, before we take our the local dailies, anything?
So basically, these conversations will continue to go on.
I'm interested in the issue of the U.S. Embassy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, let's take Ma CC before we go for the local dailies. Good morning, Oma. We okay?
Intellectual Ma CC.
Thank you, my son. She was you on your platform this morning.
Yes.
Thank you for the show. What maybe to call a year past on the church be corrupt?
There you go.
No, Sherry, let's be fair, let's be realistic. This church is not sitting on well. You see one church, very big, but they're still collecting money for people, for poor people. In the Bible, they post pray for us to bring us to the selling it. Altar. You can see the altar, they post selling it. They are on sale altar. They post selling it to give it to us free of charge without in the church, but when they break it, they already out there. So they post saying that my son never allowed that too. The churches, most of them, the division, most of them, they're not easy matter. You see what all the Holy State. Never had that old lady. You can all live on the roof. Can you imagine that? But she said pay her time because she's supposed to be in the on the armor of Jesus Christ. When they put her see that with the popular in every head there, they will see there, look at them and call their eye and go pay their taxes. They go to them. Yeah, let be realistic, my brother. Let's also it's not easy. They are doing that because of God. But some of us forget go there because they don't see there, so they can go to check.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ma Josephine, thank you so much. We have to go for the segment that will bring you the front and back pages and the editorial. Keep following us. It's on Kear Radio. Okay. Thank you so much. So next on this platform, we go for the local dailies. The segment is a regular feature here on your station, KML, Kear Morning Live. Let it be on your lips.
dragging us down on wounded knees. Bad consensus, bad leadership. How long will this suffering be? Unconscious leaders guiding blind, leaving the people lost behind. Liberia, my home, my soul is crying. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Yes, corruption is killing my country, leaving us on bended knees. Where are the oath they swore to keep? Obey, bad concession, bad leadership, destroying our country. What do you make of this call by the elders inviting way more pay? You want to weigh on it? Then I'll read you the commentary.
Yeah, I think I like Nima Kante for several reasons. That could be one of those reasons why I like the Kante. They always want to promote themselves at a higher level in government, private sector, and whatsoever. They love to support each other as well, and not to tear each other down. So it is a good thing when the elders sit, because the African proverb says, "Why a child sees standing." Or what the elders see sitting, the child standing or climbing mountains will not see. In context, it means a whole lot. So there's a reason why the elders have called to reconcile, to talk to talk to women paid. Apparently, there must have been a complaint to the elders by the vice president, by whosoever. You say, talk to your son and he's doing X, Y, Z, or he's saying this. Then he can go and say, but this is how they treated me. I mean, it was unfair. And then they can scratch it out. That is being responsible.
But somebody asked the question, where have they been? The issue of corruption.
So Pay wasn't talking like that as he's doing now when he served actively. Even though there were issues raised, he also did not bring it to the attention of the elder at the time. Maybe there's this enchantment. He decided to maybe keep calm and wait for the appropriate time that he's out, that he can also refill, which I respect him for. He did it with Eddie. He's doing it with Boyka.
Yeah, he did it.
And it is not strange in
and
terms
mind
of
you now,
his attitude.
He used to occupy one of the main important ministry in the country, lucrative. Obey?
Yeah.
And to come up with such an outburst, it takes a man to do that.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm hoping that because as part of governance, reconciliation means a lot. So I'm hoping that there could be reconciliation and moving on. That's the essence of this life we live.
Okay.
Government is there, issues are there. At the end of the day, the ability for the government to reconcile. That's why we always, Madam Ellen failed because of reconciliation. She said, I failed to reconcile the people of this country.
The passed also to pass on to His Excellency Boyka.
To Mr. Boyka now.
Yeah.
And you see the Unity Party is failing in terms of reconciliation with people. Most of Mr. Boyka's friends complained that he do not call them.
The inner circle.
Sometimes they talk
those
to
who
him.
supported him.
Yeah.
He changed his number.
Those who supported him and those who are political allies, even though they oppose him, but at least a telephone call at times. Several other politicians have complained. And then that roundtable conversation with the opposition on how they can also contribute towards the national development of our state means a lot. So it is not about firing people because the other person didn't do this when you sack them. The other person didn't do it when you suspend them. How do we now reconcile the nation?
Can he reconcile the country?
I think it could be possible if the political will is there.
Does he have the will?
I don't know. I can't determine that.
Does he have the will?
It is up to him. This is his regime. So if anything that will place dent on his regime must come from him.
But let me ask you, if the House and people are suggesting one of the story you read, the newspaper, the headline, and on the front page of which of the paper, Broad or something, Broad, concerning Unity Party, they cracked in Unity Party. Yes. Does it play in the hands of the politician? Because the opposition say, Mr. Comey say, if the government succeed and do those things, the promises they made to the people, if they succeed, it makes it difficult for an opposition bloc to take over the country.
And that is the
but
reality.
If they don't succeed,
it's easy.
It becomes easier to remove them from power. How do you weigh in on that?
That is a reality. He couldn't have said it better than what he said. If you're performing, it makes it difficult for your opponent to come in.
Because there will be nothing to say.
Almost like on the field of play,
Yeah,
right? If
yeah.
your defense system is intact, your midfielders are distributing well, what's that? Nothing.
So there's no need to change.
No need to change. And then, in fact, it will be reflected in the people. They will say that Baka we won, that UP we won.
Yeah.
We're not coming for
No,
any
no,
other
no, no,
person.
no, yeah.
But where there is corruption, where the nepotism, injustices,
yes,
in government,
yeah,
you
massive
have
looting of
one
the country.
family and one group of people just there that only they can succeed. The rest of the people will say to hell with you.
No, not succeed.
I mean,
are the
enjoying.
ones who
Enjoying.
That should be the enjoying.
So
So
dissatisfaction
to hell with the
brings
rest of the people.
Yeah, dissatisfaction brings about those things. And then obviously, when you come with millions of dollars during election time, people will eat your money, fool you, and still vote you out.
What do you say about the chairman of the party calling for the reshuffle of the government? Because the CDC, the officials of CDC did not call for the reshuffle, but Liberians were calling on the former president. We have to reshuffle, the government, replace and bring new people, move the old
just
face,
shift them around.
or just shift them
Reshuffle
around.
sometimes does that mean you move them out?
Okay.
Just push them around.
But
you commerce come to
Can this president, like you mentioned the name of football on the football field, right? Maybe this attacking midfielder is not doing well. So you say, okay, say you want to attack, go to the wing back, or go attack, and then you bring the defensive midfielder. So the chairman of the party, do you think the president will muster the courage to do reshuffle or shuffle the government, in your opinion?
He should muster the courage. I see it coming, because he himself, the president, said to them in one of the cabinet meetings that nobody should feel indispensable.
That's
here.
worse.
He said it. I'm
That's worse.
matching his word with his action means a lot.
Action
Also,
speaks
louder than words. So no, I'm trying to reference what he said.
I agree.
Now, so it brings the connection to what is being called for by the chairman of the party, that reshuffle. People are complacent on the job. There are some people who are not working at all. You don't see their footprint.
No,
nothing. They're just there.
Nothing.
So change them. Some people are so relaxed. There are some names you don't hear. They're in government, but you don't hear them. You don't feel them. You don't talk about them. It's good to reshuffle them. There's some of them stealing quietly, Mr. President. You have to. There are some people who are all of the places were accused politically. They were this. You took them off. What becomes of them?
Yeah.
Bring them back. Look at RRC. There were some deputies there that were laid off. I can vouch for a few of them because they were clear by the LACC. So they were. What becomes of them? Then the others who were entrenched into the act, they stay around different areas.
And there were other people who were accused, clear as per the investigation, clear by the LSTC, has been reinstated by the president.
Yes.
And there are those who will not come back in government. What's
happening?
irony?
Yeah. So those who were guilty in line of the investigation, that one can go and park one side. So in short, like what you said, there's a need to do a reshuffle. There's a need. This call is great. I hope the president can implement and match it with his own words, where he said nobody should feel indispensable. We care less about you. You think that position you occupy for you, we can move it from there at any time if you're underperforming. So the elders in Lima did a good job. Call Mr. Pay. Let's hear him. Elders, when I say let's hear him, it's better late than never. Like you're saying, we are saying. So Mr. Pay must go and express himself, on why, where's this grievance? triggered him to express
himself in a manner
or expose the government.
Okay.
And it's dirty deeds.
Is it good? Is it healthy for the government?
It is good.
That's on its own.
That's the beauty of democracy.
Not just the minister, but a store of the Unity Party.
Yeah, former chairman of the party.
Yeah.
Former
Secretary General,
decision maker of the party, hardcore partisan, and admirer of Buakai, is talking tough at this time. It means a lot.
I personally like him.
Okay.
He's a Siemens Kota Paki.
Okay.
Yeah. He
Pro
doesn't.
Max.
Oh no. Pro Max.
Yeah.
But he did it to Ellen. He stood in the face of Ellen. You remember at the Ministry of Commerce?
Yeah.
Ellen appointed him. You know, Ellen did a lot of things. You know, she created positions that were not even as per the statute of the, the act creating those ministries, right? The ministry never had deputy for public affairs. You remember?
Yeah,
at the ministry, yes.
Sure.
So for me,
Madam Sadi, there were several positions created to absorb people in government.
And accommodate for friends and family members.
Sure.
But Mr. Deputy, if you will, if you permit me, I beg your indulgence in this code of public opinion. Somebody said, you know why I speak the way I speak when it comes to legal matter. I watch a lot of crime, investigation episodes. When I leave sleep, take a break, eat, then I go to crime and investigation. That is what I do. Okay, so I think it's going to take us home. It's kind of maybe it's going to take us like 15 minutes. Should I go ahead?
Yeah.
Can I get your? Do I have your permission?
100%.
Okay, so in this code of public opinion, we watch, we relate, we organize, like we say, from the slump of Sony went to the top of the office of the president. That is the executive mansion. The commentary is written by Boniface D. Satu. I think you remember Boniface Satu, right? Executive chair of the Road Fund. Okay, the national question. If Liberians abroad are important enough to finance political parties and support national development, should they also have the right to help choose national leaders? OBED? They spend millions of dollars. They sponsor political parties, campaigns. But the question asks, should they also choose national leaders? Should they be participants? Should they participate in the choice that we make? Liberia's democracy continues to mature. And as it evolves, certain questions deserve careful consideration beyond the passions of partisan politics. One of those questions is whether Liberian citizens living abroad should be permitted to participate in choosing the nation's leaders through the electoral process. The debate over diaspora voting is often framed as a legal or political issue. KML. In reality, it is a broader question about citizenship, representation, and the relationship between a nation and its citizens beyond its borders. For decades, Liberians living abroad have remained deeply connected to the country's social, economic, and political life. While they may reside in the United States, Europe, Asia, and other parts of Africa, their financial, emotional, and family ties to Liberia remain significant. According to various international estimates, the Liberian diaspora numbers more than 500,000 people worldwide. The United States hosts the largest concentration, but substantial Liberian communities also exist throughout Europe, Canada, Australia, and several African countries. Collectively, this population represents one of Liberia's most valuable national assets. Mr. Deputy. The economic contribution of the diaspora is substantial. World Bank and migration data indicate that remittances to Liberia amount how support across the country. KML Care Morning Live. Across the country. Beyond or behind these numbers are ordinary Liberian families whose school fees are paid by relatives abroad. They are households whose medical expenses are covered through remittances. There are homes constructed through years of sacrifice by Liberians working overseas. There are small businesses launched with capital sent from family members abroad. There are communities supported through financing efforts, scholarships, church projects, healthcare initiatives, and emergency assistance during times of crisis. Care Morning Live. The impact extends far beyond remittances. Across Liberia, diaspora Liberians have invested in transportation businesses, retail enterprises, hospitality ventures, and real estate developments, educational institutions, healthcare facilities, agriculture projects, and numerous small and medium-sized enterprises. Although comprehensive national data on diaspora-owned businesses remain limited, few will dispute that Liberian communities throughout the country bear visible evidence of diaspora investment. Liberian organizations abroad routinely sponsor scholarships, donate medical supplies, rehabilitate schools, support clinics, finance community projects, and provide humanitarian assistance during emergencies. In many instances, communities have benefited from diaspora-led initiatives long before public resources became available. Yet, the relationship between Liberian politicians and the diaspora reveals another dimension of the discussion. Historically, political leaders and presidential candidates have recognized the strategic importance of Liberians abroad. Election cycles have routinely featured political outreach to diaspora communities. Candidates travel overseas to meet supporters, raise funds, mobilize volunteers, and build political networks. Over the years, organizations such as Friends of Bronskin, Friends of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Unity Party US CDC USA, Unity Party USA CDC USA, and numerous other diaspora-based political organizations have actively participated in Liberia's political process. Care Morning Live, the deputy and I will hear. He has permitted me, with his blessing, to read you this important commentary. This reality raises an important question. If Liberians abroad are important enough to finance political parties, support political campaigns, influence political discourse, and contribute significantly to national development, should they also have a voice in choosing the leaders who govern the country? That's a question, Mr. Deputy. Opponents of diaspora voting often advance a straightforward argument. They contend that citizens who reside within Liberia experience the direct consequences of government decisions on a daily basis. They use the roads, rely on public services, pay local taxes, confront economic conditions firsthand, and therefore should retain primary authority over electoral outcomes. That perspective deserves thoughtful consideration. At the same time, supporters of diaspora voting argue that citizenship is not conditioned upon geographic. They maintain that a Liberian citizen remains a Liberian citizen regardless of their residence. They point out that national constitutions generally recognize citizenship as the foundation of political rights and obligations. Michael C.G. George, good morning. Many democracies around the world have already reached that conclusion. Countries across Africa, Europe, Latin America, and North America permit citizens living abroad to participate in national elections. The reasoning is simple. Citizenship does not terminate when a citizen crosses an international border. There is also an economic argument rooted in the principle of comparative advantage. Liberians residing within the country possesses direct knowledge of local realities, governance challenges, public services, and daily economic conditions. Liberians abroad often possess access to international capital, advanced education, professional expertise, technology, business networks, and global experience. These strengths are not mutually exclusive. They are complementary. Kear Morning Live on the People Station. In economics, comparative advantage teaches that societies benefit when different groups contribute according to their unique strengths. Liberia's development may therefore depend not on choosing between residents and non-residents, but on finding ways to maximize the contributions of both. Viewed through that lens, diaspora voting becomes more than a political question. It becomes a question about how Liberia defines citizenship in the 21st century and how it chooses to engage one of its most valuable national resources. From where I sit, the central question remains straightforward. Should participation in national elections be determined primarily by citizenship or by physical residence? 60 minutes going up to the hour. This is Kear Morning Live with the sheriff and deputy sheriff. Our producers are here. We're serving you breakfast on a Tuesday morning. As Liberians continue to strengthen its democratic institutions, this is a conversation worth having. It deserves thoughtful debate, careful analysis, and broad public engagement. This is what we're doing with the public. Because if Liberians abroad are important enough to finance political parties, contribute hundreds of millions of dollars to the economy, create businesses, support communities, and help drive national development, then it is reasonable to ask whether they should also, have the opportunity to help choose the leaders who shape the nation's future. Citizenship does not end at the border. From where we sit, the Reader's Digest Commentary Network. Mr. Deputy.
Yeah, great one, masterpiece there by Boniface Satu. It means a whole lot. If you look at the annual income
and remittances,
income first of those people now remitting to the country, to their loved ones, friends, family members as well, it's a whole lot. A whole lot, millions of dollars sent back home from hard labor of those people that live in the diaspora across the world. Well, that participation means a lot. That decision making also means a lot. They say you put your mouth to where your money treasure, your money is, and so many a times we say the West dictates our economy, our elections and everything because people call their family members, vote for this person. Now this person I want.
Yeah.
Because
somebody in
Australia, they pay your school fees.
Australia, in the UK.
Very well.
Yeah, OBED, I'm in the States, I'm sending you money, but this is my candidate, vote for my candidate.
Please talk to your friends to vote for this person. So participation should be key as well. We talk about dual citizenship that was passed, right? That while you're there, you have the right to dual passports. Liberia, different country, fine. But you cannot contest certain public offices. That is the condition in that law. You can't be central bank
Why
governor.
should it be condition?
You can't be central bank governor. You can't be senator. You can't be representative.
Why should it be condition?
So the law also said, Sheriff, that if you want to do so, you should denounce the citizenship of that country you're in a year to the election. And then it is made public in the daily local dailies and across the country. Then you can come and now contest at the time you should be, because it got to do with loyalty according to them. Why should be your question? It has to do with loyalty for public offices, for example. So you can't be representative of Liberia and be citizen for Guinea. Take, for example. It sounds not good to me. I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
To me, sure. So, but should they come home, register and vote? Yeah, I agree to that 100%. Come home.
But some people say no. So the writer in the wisdom of his intellectual, thought, look, if it is important, these people remittance say, it goes across water education, community development, impacting the community, school fees, healthcare, this and that. If their money is important, their money they put in here, then why should they not be part of the decision making to elect our leaders? That's the key question.
They should be. And I want to agree.
Do you agree with the writer?
Yes, I agree with Mr. Satu that they should participate. They should vote. Take, for example, they should vote.
Okay.
But to in extension, they should come and vote.
Your issue,
my point is, they should come,
as per the law, 1 year, denounce
to participate in the election, to hold public offices.
The allegiance that you pledge, whether to the UK government, to the American government, Australia, Austria, denounce it 1 year prior to the election.
Yeah, come and contest.
Okay, so the writer, the sense he's trying to push, that this issue, it doesn't make sense that they are remitting, they're sending them money, they're helping the economy. So when it comes to leadership decision, you say no. You want us to test the pulse of the public?
Yes. So it's just simple, right? There's a law. The law is there, right? You can be chief justice and have dual citizenship. You can be president.
No, we understand.
Or vice president.
No, that is dual. We understand. They want to vote. They just want to vote.
Let's increase it to a hardcore level. Most of the people in Raya got 2 passports. They are elected officials. Some of them go to America after 6 months because they don't want to leave out of the country. They travel to Ghana with their Liberian passport.
You must go to America after every 6 months.
Yes. Then from Ghana, they travel with their US passport. Most of the public officials in this country,
majority of them,
they got passport. Most of them, they got American or other nations' passport. They've gone there and naturalized themselves.
Actually, they don't have Salonian passport.
We'll try some. We'll try. So at the end of the day, the laws there, they are not implementers of those laws, but they're denying other people from also making decisions out of the country. You see the irony of this whole thing.
That is the irony.
So it sounds very awkward
because
to
of
me.
time, limited time.
Yeah, maybe we could test up the line and see.
Should
we encourage or should the law provide that diaspora Liberians vote or participate
based
in our
on their
election
contribution to the country?
Yeah, again, the contribution is not mandatory. They do that because of back home sake or so. Some of them got investment, their businesses. They got their properties. They are now
hospitality.
I
mean,
different
everything
kind.
you can think about.
Yeah.
So announce the numbers.
077795995. Now we got 4 minutes to be up here. We're actually out of time. What's the take? Maybe we'll start up the conversation tomorrow morning with this topic. Sounds interesting as well. Yeah. 777-959-959 081-871-670. Let's hear a few calls or callers, and then we can
just few calls. We'll call it a day. So what do you think about the commentary? Do you agree that the people living out of Liberia, let's break it down, the people living in other people's country, but the Liberian, and they're spending their money here, should they also be part of the election? Should they also make decision? You know, there are certain topics people don't want. I mean, they think about Liberia and citizenship. Yeah, I don't know. But like we said, 0777-959-959, Lone Star number 0881-871-670. Do you agree with the writer that Liberians abroad should also be part of the decision making? Or, okay, we only care about their money. Obe? We only care about their money. They want to be part of decision making. Let's take this caller. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. What is your take on the commentary? Do you agree with the writer?
Let me commend you people for stopping on this question. It's very brilliant. It's excellent. What is sense in me, somebody abroad laboring, suffering, get an investment, everything in their country. They send money to their people, build the economy. Then when it comes to making decisions to guard their property, to guard their money, to secure their money, to know that that money will be good and deny what is sense in me. It doesn't make no sense. I have my property somewhere, my eyeball will be there. Everything, every necessary thing. Again, when you go on farm, when you go on the farm, when the next time you will come home, that's how it look. The people went over there to hustle to build their life. And if they are building their life, investing in the country, they should be part of the decision making in the country. They should partake in everything. Okay, let's say for instance, you're not denying them for sending money to your economy, to build your economy. You're not denying them for what? From investing. They build your economy. But when it comes to taking in the leadership, they say no. It doesn't make sense. Thank you for the 4 minutes time.
And thanks for your time too. Call us on 0777-959-959, 0881-871-670. Very important topic here, discussion by Boniface Sato. He wrote a commentary. The question asks, and you, Liberians, what are your thoughts? Are you interested? Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. What is your thought? Your thought on the issue?
Yeah, thank you. My name is Sam D. and I joined your platform from your lecture number 9. The question that I asked is a very good question, but my answer would be no.
They should not vote.
No. Because number one, while it is true that diaspora Liberians contribute a lot to Liberia, they don't see some of the impact, the physical impact that most of us are on ground feel. For example, if I were to vote for a person, I will not be doing it on sentiment. I will be doing it because they in the country and I see what is necessary. For example, for Liberia, I know there are issues that don't know. For
Oh, terrible! Your line is
your line is very bad.
I know that I got issue when it comes to security. I know that I have issue when it comes to education. I know that I got issue. That's where Liberians don't know that they are not feeling the impact.
Okay, that's your thought. Our time is up, Obe.
Yeah, we have to go.
We got to go. Tomorrow, Otavin Toga Williams will sit on the platform for 1 hour. We'll discuss national issues. Otavin Williams is a household name, right? And he served as former vice president of the Press Union of Liberia. Thanks to our producer, George, and HT, aka Madam.
Okay.
Tomorrow?
Classified man.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll have Otavin Williams here. We'll have great conversation.
Yeah.
We'll start up with this article on tomorrow, and then other issues will be talked about. We're going to have some time to talk about this opposition, how they're forming themselves as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's go. God bless you. Tomorrow we'll be around from the slump of Soniwen to the top of the executive mansion.
In schools there are no chairs to sit. Children learning on the floor. In hospitals, no medication, no beds for the sick anymore. Motorcycles rushing injured souls, used as ambulances in the night. Oh, Liberia, how did we fall from a nation of hope to this painful plight? Where is the oath they swore to keep? Where is the love for those who weep? We're standing here, we're broken deep. Oh, Liberia, can you hear? Corruption is killing my country, dragging us down on wounded knees. Bad consensus, bad leadership. How long will this suffering be? Unconscious leaders.